we have here?
Oh, my name is Brian. They call me Cali in Brooklyn.
Cali. And where you from?
I am actually from Cali.
From Cali. What brought you to Brooklyn?
My mom's been in Brooklyn for over 60 years. I left here about 35 years ago. I had to come back. That's where the roots are at.
So you were born and raised here?
Actually, I was born in the Caribbean, Trinidad and Tobago.
Trinidad and Tobago.
I came here when I was 12 years old.
Perfect.
I'm actually 65.
Perfect.
But I'm still out there. I actually just came from a party.
Nice, nice. So how is it different in Brooklyn right now as compared to back in the day?
Brooklyn compared to back in the 80s?
Yeah, back right now compared to then.
It's mellow. It's gentrified. We got a lot of white folks here right now. Some good, some not so good, some bad. But back in the days, it was a tough neighborhood to really grow up in. Anybody who's been around here in the 80s, 90s, it's been tough.
Right. So you think it's better now?
It's getting better. But at the same time, they're pricing people out. People who's been here for ages, they're being pushed out in a non-aggressive way. You raise the rent, they have no choice, they have to move.
You think it's affecting everybody or just a certain set of people?
A certain set of people. It might come across wrong me saying that, but people who are living paycheck to paycheck, those are the ones that are being pushed out.
Do you think gentrification is a systematic form of racism?
Absolutely. The same way they label us and put us in ghettos, it's the same way. Those same ghettos are being gentrified right now. Right. You can go any place, in California, any goddamn place here in America. You'll find that spot that no one wanted to live in is being gentrified right now.
Right.
What costs pennies and a dollar now, you can't even afford it. The average building here is about $1.5 million.
Yeah.
So how hardworking people like you and I and everybody around here can afford that?
You grew up in a different era, right?
Oh, actually in the 70s.
70s?
Born in the 60s, 1961.
Okay. Do you think women, they dress more provocative now, or it was a thing back then?
That's a myth. That's really a myth. This is an American myth, the way they dress provocative. Because in other European countries, it's done every day. That's where hot pants and shorts came from. Mini skirts, and that's where that came from. That's back in the days. You see the breasts, you see certain things. Here in America, you're branded. You're branded for looking sexy. There's a difference between looking hot and looking trashy. And they can brand that in any way they want. It's up to someone's perception. Fashion is always recycled. Every couple of years, they come back with the same thing. We had skinny jeans back then in the 60s, skinny jeans now. They're going to start wearing baggies again. Right now, you're seeing people wearing baggies.
Yeah, that's a fact.
With the big boots.
Yeah, it's coming back.
But it's your personality and how you want to project yourself and how people want to perceive you. Right. But the most important thing is always be represented. Like, for example, I just came from a little get-together at a hotel.
Right.
I'm coming here. I'm not expecting this.
Oh, okay.
But you always got to be prepared.
Yeah, you
always got to represent your culture and your people.
When women dress provocative, right? Or they dress sexy, spandex, shorts, do you think it's more about comfortability or they want attention?
That's a thin blue line. It could be either or. As I said, it's perception, how the individual want to look at things.
Right.
Me, as a 65-year-old man, I can perceive things differently.
Right, that's true.
That hot-looking girl can keep me young. Just looking at her.
Right,
it's the same with basketball.
Right.
Your brother over there, I know him from playing basketball.
Right.
Playing basketball and hanging out with young guys keeps me young.
That's a fact.
Same thing like looking at a hot woman. It doesn't mean you're going to go and sexualize her and try to rape her.
Right.
You have to respect that.
You think it's inappropriate for a man your age to date like a 21-year-old?
That's a crazy ass question. I just got out of a 7-year relationship and I was like 25 years her senior. And it was pretty good. And there was no thing, but there's a point where age do matter.
Right.
It comes to maturity, planning and having a future. It's not just a number. Even though it's great. It's not just a number.
Oh, you think you a big shot.